There we go, perfect drafters. First pint of 2023 with you guys, not of just having a pint of 2023. So what I'm saying to you is this. Cheers, perfect drafters. Let's give the Hertog Jan Bockbier a little sippy suppy soo. Cheers. Well, hello there. Perfect drafters. How we doing? Are we good? Good. Good one. Nice one. Top one. Right. We're looking at, people, the first review of 2023. It's a bit late to say it, but I'm saying Happy New Year, perfect drafters. Well, that's what I'm saying. Right. What do we got in there? It's obviously a perfect draft keg, and it's one I've been looking forward to for a while. Yeah. So there's obviously quite a few reviews of this already out there, but what does Baldy think to it? That's the big question, isn't it? That's the biggie, isn't it? Is it? Anyway, let's see. Let's see. It's one I'm looking forward to because of a simple fact. My top lager on this machine is Hertog Jan. It's a 5.1% belter of a Dutch lager. That's what it is. It's selling on Beerhawk for £34.90 of your finest. And if I was to give one recommendation, if you've just bought that machine, it is try that beer. If you just like lager a bit, or if you like lager a lot, try that one. It's not overcarbonated, it's smooth, it's a beauty. It's got no bad aftertaste. It's just a pleasure to drink. It really is. And that's why that gets my number one on the perfect draft in terms of lager. Right. And that's why I'm excited about this one. Because this is the Hertog Jan Bockbier. So Bockbier. What is a bock? What is a bock? Bock, 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 bock. It's not a chicken. It ain't a chicken, is it? It ain't a chicken that's been delivering beer. It's not that, bocking away. No, it's not like your bock gas delivery man. It's not that either. A bock beer, it basically is a lager. It is still a lager, but it's a stronger, heavier, darker lager. That's what it is. Yeah, different kind of bottom fermentation kind of process apparently. But basically, it's got more punch. It's got more flavour. It's a darker beer. It's not a stout. It's not a stout. It's not that. It's just darker lager. That's what it is. Generally, more German beers are bock beers, but this is from the Netherlands, from the Hertog Jan Brewery. It's had some rave reviews already. So Paul and Michelle from Rate Beer, they've actually reviewed this a few times, and they've done some mixers with it, and they like it. They thought it was a good one. I'm excited to review it, and I'm going to be honest with you. This is not my first pour of it, right? So maybe I'm giving a little bit away already. But yeah, I've had a bit of this keg. I have. You know, it got into the new year. I thought, I can't just wait to review that. I need to pour a few of these belters. So I've had some already. But I will try it again for this review and give you my impression and give you what I think to this beer. I'll have a snicky snacky snoo after it, as always. Absolute belter over the Christmas period. My 4-year-old son comes in to the kitchen to me and goes, "Can I have a snicky snacky snoo?" He does 4 years old. So I have got it in the original perfect draft. Apparently it's best served between 4 and 7 degrees, but hey, you know, it's on 3 in here. By the time I've actually poured it and then started to have a sup, it's probably up to 4 degrees, so not too bothered about that. It's got a deep ruby red colour to it, with a rich body and notes of caramel, toffee and coffee. So you can see why people go, well, you know, that's a bit stout-like, because often you have coffee notes in a stout. Now, Dark Arts that was on this, I do miss that. So I am happy that we've got this kind of darker beer on here. Still want a stout, don't get me wrong, want that to appear. But I think if you're going to liken this beer to anything, it's probably like a Left Brun or something like that. That's about the only other dark beer that I can really think of on the perfect draft, apart from Die Bells, and I didn't like that one bit. So like I say, not a stout, they're more roasty than toasty. This one, a toasty little beauty. Right, without further ado, people, What we're going to do? We're going to do the usual. We'll have a look at the keg, see what it looks like. I'll get the pour done, yeah? Bring it in, we'll have a look to see if we've got any bubs. I've got my Stella Chalice there. Seen a few people talking about the Stella Chalice recently. It's just a hell of a glass. I'll pour it in that, we'll bring it in, see if we've got any bubs. I'll give it a sup. That little sippy suppy sue, I'll take that, have a go. Then I'll have some snackage, and then I'll rate the beer. I'll rate the snack. It's the usual order of play. Let's have a look at that keg, people. So there we go. There it is, people. There's the Hertog Jan Keg Bockbier. That's what we're talking about, people. Not a lot more to say about it. It's got that shield of Hertog Jan. It's got a king there. King supping away on his Hertog. He's happy. He's a happy king. Yeah, normal 6 litre keg. We're talking 6.5% of people. That's what we're talking about with this Hertog Jan. So not a weak one, not one to be taken lightly. And we're also talking £37.50 of your finest. So that's what that keg is costing you. Right, let's get it poured. Right, here we go then, people. We've got the Stella Chalice. We've got the Hertog Jan Bockbier locked and loaded. We've got a cocky angle ready to film the pour. Here we go. Oh, we're going to get that nib. Look at that. It's coming up. We've got domage. It almost looks like a Guinness in a Stella glass there, and it almost looks like it, but it isn't. It isn't. We've stopped it touching that nib. I'm happy with that pour. Look how dark it is. Let's bring it in. Here we go then, people. Look at that. Look at him. Yeah, you can't see a lot really, can you? You can just see how dark that is. Yeah, that does look dark. Really does. I mean, it says ruby red on the website, but I tell you, that just looks black. It's almost black. You can just see here, just at the top maybe, if you can just see that. There's some bubs in there. It's got a bit of carbonation. Lovely kind of beigey, foamy head. Got some bubs on that, but pretty compact. Got a bit of domage. Look at that. That's a lovely pour. I'm happy with that pour. Let's see what the baby tastes like. Well, there we go, people. What a pour. That's the best pour I've had in a while. Let's take a sup. Now, often, I do have a tippy toppy too. Not this time, people. Look at that. That has kept its head like a beauty. There we go, Perfect Drafters. First pint of 2023 with you guys, not of just having a pint of 2023. So what I'm saying to you is this. Cheers, Perfect Drafters. Let's give the Hertog Jan Bockbier a little sippy suppy sue. Cheers. Like I say, I am not going to pretend, not for a minute, that that's my first pint of that. I knew what to expect as I went in. I've had a few out the keg. Not just tonight, but previously since the new year. And I've enjoyed every single one of them. I'll tell you that right now. It's an absolute pleasure. Everything they say on the website about the more full-bodied kind of flavour that this gives you is true. You can obviously read certain blurbage, you know, certain beers and things like that, and they go, obviously they're going to big them up, aren't they? They're not going to say the rubbish. Even Bud Light says it's good. But look, this one you can believe. You can believe the hype. I don't think I've seen a bad review of it, and neither should you. You really shouldn't. Even someone on the reviews section of the Beerhawk website that says, look, I've had this by mistake. I'm a lager fan. I probably am not into such dark beers. Bought it by mistake. My son's had it and absolutely loves it. So even when someone doesn't like this style of beer, someone very close to them absolutely loves it. Right. The actual caramel, toffee, certainly the coffee kind of flavours in this, they hit you like a brick. They do. They're heavy. It's a brick in the face, but a pleasurable brick in the face. That's what it is. It's a beauty. So tasty, so comforting, and so toasty. As I said, a stout is roasty, a bock is toasty. And this has got that kind of, toast. Not when I say burnt toast, but a toast-like flavour with a touch of coffee and a touch of caramel. The flavours are there. It's a fruity, dark, beautiful, beautiful beer. Quite heavy, but smooth. Got some bubs, got a nice carbonation to it. It's not going to gas you up though. It is an absolute pleasure. What a beer. Yeah, I've got to say, if you like your standard lagers, and that's all you're sticking to on the Perfect Draft, that's up to you. That's fine. If you want Stella coming out your eyeballs and you just literally buy that machine because you know Stella's on it and you like Stella, and Stella on that is good. Hell of a lager on it. Better than your bottles that you buy down Tesco's and stuff. It is a beautiful lager on that machine. The Hawkston lager, the Jeremy Clarkson Hawkston lager that's come out, hell of a lager. An absolute pleasure to drink off that machine. And the Hertog Jan lager, like I say, a beauty. So if you just had those three in your 3-packs, and some people buy 3-packs nearly every time. Some people do just buy single kegs, and that's fair enough. If you just buy those lagers, then you're probably going to be happy. But I would absolutely encourage you just to give this little beauty a go, because it could change your taste buds. It could change your direction, and it could change what you enjoy on that machine. Give it a go. Honestly. I haven't seen a bottle of this. I'm sure you could probably get them, but I haven't seen a bottle of it. I often encourage people to not take a plunge for a keg because they are expensive. Get a bottle, try that, and if you like that, you're going to love the keg. If you've got a mate with one, and they've bought a Hertog Bockbier, go around their house and say, "How you doing?" I'll have a little sip of that, because you've got to try it out. Got to. I think also these winter months, when it is a bit colder, this probably does want to be a few degrees warmer. I've probably not let it yet raise to that kind of 4 degrees, 5 degrees temperature. Be interesting to put it through the Pro and have it up to that kind of 5 or even 7, I think it says, degrees that it says that can be served at. Because I think the flavours will come through again a little bit more. Well worth a blast. But before I grade it, and you can probably guess what I'm going to grade that already. I'm so happy this kind of darker, the left Brun and the, what else? Like the left No.1, probably. They're darker beers on there. Die Bells, but forget that. I just don't like it. Those two beers, the Brun and the No.1, I like them because they are kind of darker, fruity, kind of Christmassy winter beers. And this one just adds to that lineup like a beauty, like an absolute belter. Yeah. Is it better than those? I'll say in a minute. I'll say after a bit of sticky snacky snoo. So I was in my mate Tesco's, as per. It's either there or Home Bargains. Now and again, I frequent B&M. But I went for these little beauties. They say they're new. Not sure how new they are. They've got to print, obviously, so many packs and news on those packs. So I don't know how new they are. But they are KP Flavour Cravers. That's what they are. Sound a little bit like Quavers, but they're Flavour Cravers. New KP Flavour Cravers. I've said that 3 times. Fiery Caribbean jerk sauce flavour. They're peanuts. Yeah, not crisps. Didn't really tell you that. Some of the other flavours of the Flavour Cravers are smoking paprika, and flame grilled steak. I didn't see those in Tesco's. I only saw this flavour. That said, if those three were in front of me, I'm picking these. So, what's the blurbage? Fiery Caribbean jerk sauce flavoured peanuts. Are you a flavour craver? It's a question. Then these nuts are made for you. They've assumed I've said yes. They're a non-stop Caribbean-inspired carnival of jumping juiciness and spicy spine-tingling flavour. I like that blurbage. That's good. Get ready for something that torpedoes your taste buds, skyrockets your senses, and seriously livens up your day. They put some effort in there. I like that. Anything else? Nothing else worthy of mention. Definitely contains traces of nut. They are peanuts. Not good for you. 21% fat in a 30-gram serve, and that's a 140-gram bag. So let's crack in anyway. Tear here. Let's get stuck in. Easy openage. Didn't shake them. Didn't shake these flavour cravers. Feeling a bit Caribbean. It's almost like one of those, what are they? Maracas. Maracas, isn't it? Right. Okay. Whew. Yeah. Smelling the spiciness. Now, there's one peanut that's striking me as soon as I've opened that bag. That one has been burnt, I think. It's got probably, what, 8? Nah, 6. 6 peanuts in there. No? Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. First impressions, not bad. I think I've been spoilt with some of those crispy coated peanuts recently because I do like a crispy coated peanut. These are your standard, but the flavour on them is just nice. Fiery. Oh, there's a bit of a kick coming in there at the back after a while. I wouldn't say a massive great kick. You know, it ain't a Bruce Lee karate kick to your face. That ain't that. It's more of a kind of a toe poke or even just a toe prod. Is jerk sauce normally that spicy? Maybe my expectations were a little bit too spicy like. After those ghost chili, pork crackling, posh pig jobbos, I think my taste buds have been done. They're just done. They were good though. Nice standard texture of nut, just not a massive kick. They're just nice, they're pleasant. I'll chow down on quite a few. You know, good beer snack, good beer snack. Yeah, not awful. Just not massively spicy. Let's give this a sippy suppy soo after that snicky snacky snoo. A pleasure. I think a better snack with that, tricky dicky do. I think a cashew nut would be better. Those Marmite cashew nuts would be quite nice with that. Yeah. Maybe just some pork crackling as well. Like I just said, probably not the ghost chili jobbos. Maybe the peri peri posh pigs. Go quite well. Yep, good. What am I giving that? I'm going to have to give it a 9. That gets a 9 out of 10 for me. It is absolute beauty. The tastes of that, the coffee, the caramel, the fruitiness, the kind of heavier winter type beer that is. That is a beauty. It's a beauty of a bock. Those, I'll give them a 7. Not awful, worth a go, worth a little chow down, but probably just could have had that bit more of a kick. But not awful by any means. Yeah. KP standard. You know, it's a KP standard nut with a bit of spice. So there we go, Perfect Drafters. That is well worth a go. Anyway, people, there's more reviews, as always, to come. I did have a little bit of a break over the Christmas period and New Year, but hey, I deserved it, I think. But it's good to be back, and it's good to say this to you people. Whatever you're doing this weekend, have an absolute beauty. Have some good beers with some good mates, and do try that little belter if you can. But for now, Perfect Drafters, have an absolute belter. For now, cheers. Have a good one. Cheers.